If you're in the southeastern United States, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, right along the Gulf Coast, it typically is very, very, mild climate. Doesn't get really cold. You can get away with something as simple as a running shed. As long as you still maintain your horse, check their feet, do the normal maintenance and checking on the horse regularly as far as grooming and whatnot, you can house a horse there fine. The further you go up into the northeastern United States, central U.S., this sort of thing, the winters can be really difficult. We're here in Kentucky. We do get some snowfall, and so I'm not saying horses can't live outside in this weather, but it's difficult, especially if you're going to use them for anything during those winter months. So you probably have to house them inside, and you've got to have adequate, safe, comfortable, convenient housing for that horse. So depends on where your location is. We used to live in California, and horses could have lived outside, 24/7, 12 months a year out there in Southern California, because it's a desert environment. So it wasn't a big problem there. And the worst thing you'd have is it'd be hard ground every now and then. You get foot abscesses and whatnot, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think geographically speaking, that's the problem with a place like California that's so dry. Or South Texas, where I live, we've had a drought for 4 years. So, the ground can become an issue if your horse is living outside. But I think, in the bitter temperatures and deep snow, I think you want to control that environment a little bit more. So it's really all about safety for having your horses housed somewhere. The width of the stall door, the type of bedding they're on, but also the composition of what the flooring is under the bedding, and the drainage of the water, and the doors that can close on either end of the barn will also be open in the summertime to have air come through.
Well, you're in our barn right now, my barn, and my wife built this barn, by the way, and she's on my recommendations on certain things, but she did a great job. This barn is probably as close to ideal for maintaining a horse. These are large, spacious stalls. They're very comfortable. We have a good mat system that's very comfortable on the floor. We utilize shavings for bedding. We used straw for a long time, but we use shavings now. They're very comfortable with that. We have great ventilation. There's no bedding or hay storage directly over top of the stalls, so there's great ventilation. This can be a complication or a problem where these foodstuffs or bedding, if you use straw or let's say dry, dusty hay, can basically create a tremendous amount of particulate matter that is filtered down into their breathing space on a regular basis, and they can become either chronically heavy if it's an older horse, respiratory infections, coughing, things of this nature. So that's not the case here. We have complete overhead clearance. We have big, large, spacious doors that we can open up and allow good free-flowing ventilation. And our stalls or the center here aisle is as you can see, it's squeegee brick, which is really, really high quality flooring. It's very safe. It's horses can they don't slip on it, and it's beveled and has a drain in it, so we can wash this down, so it keeps the area really clean. And having a clean, healthy, sanitary environment that is easy to maintain is really a good thing to keep your horse in as far as stabling and maintaining their health.